100%, the true goal of every completionist. But when it comes to Don't Starve, it's going to mean more than just getting the Platinum Trophy. We're going to have to finish the scrapbook, which is going to involve examining every item in the game, including every character-specific item, killing every boss, growing every giant crop, which takes years, creating every food, including the chef specials, and something I've never done because it's so tedious, catching every fish in the game. And that's just some of the things we're going to have to do in the Don't Starve 100% challenge. Kick it off year 7, we're going to be attempting to grow all the giant crops and earn our second 100% in the game. But in order to do that, we're going to make sure that all of the crops requirements are met. Now, it is true that you can miss one thing, but that's it. You can only miss one thing and still have them be giant. So step 1, we use our special gardening goggles we got from the ancient pseudoscience station in order to see the fertilization levels. There's 3 different levels, one with poop, one with super compost, and one with normal compost, and we make sure all of those are full. And we're going to be kicking off autumn with some corn, some eggplants, some garlic, and some onions. Now, it's very important that you pick a plant whose favorite season is autumn. And I have the autumn list here. The autumn plants are tomatoes, pumpkins, potatoes, peppers, onions, garlic, eggplant, corn, and carrots. We're going to be attempting to grow all of those this autumn. And if you don't grow it in its preferred season, not only can you get it in giant form, but it will also only grow half as fast, which sucks. So we're going to plant them out, and then the next step is having them be happy during every growth cycle. Now, in order to do that, we're going to need to talk to them. Luckily, we got ourselves the friendly fruit fly earlier on, and he will talk to them for us and automatically during every growth stage, which is fantastic. We will have to check occasionally that they haven't drained too much nutrients from the soil during growth phases, because some plants drain like a whole bunch of one specific one. But we should be fine with that for most of the plants. And the last step is just making sure that they are wet during every growth cycle. Again, some plants drain more waters than others. Some will need to be soaked during every one, and some will only need one. But we're just going to soak every plant during every growth phase just to be on the safe side. And we're going to be doing a lot of base upgrading during this because we don't really have time to go out and do anything else because they pretty much grow like once per day. Look at all those ornaments, Chad. Look at that. One of the upgrades we're going to do today is upgrade the Christmas section. The Christmas section needs some big-time upgrades. Now, we do eventually get around to upgrading the Christmas section, but what I wanted to do first was max out my available space, and then we could start figuring out what to fill it in with. So, we're going to attempt to completely fill out my old farm area that got destroyed by the wildfire, and then we're going to get some fig trees down, as the quicker we get the fig trees down, the better, as we need them grown before summer, of course. And then we can start thinking about what to build in there. Obviously, I'm going to rebuild everything that was in there. We're going to get the spider farm back, we're going to get the grass gecko farm back, but what else? Maybe a kitchen? Oh, see, that's it, chat, that's it. You missed that last time. But that is the sign that a portal has opened. Which is, in a way, good, because now we can get more of these resources, which is great, because I need some more of the repair kits. But also it's bad, because evil plants are going to try and stop my my farms, which is going to be hella annoying. I actually don't know what that is. That's the problem with a lot of these questions. It's like I actually don't know the answer. Oh, shit! I don't even see that, chat. Okay, we already have one of the super plants. Yeah, if you've never defeated the Celestial Champion, or you beat the Celestial Champion ages ago, you might not be familiar with this. This is what happens after you give Wagstaff one of the Celestial Crown fragments. It activates this, which is just so awful. These things are worse than hounds and spawn more than 4 times as often. One of the main reasons I'm going for all giant crops is so I can earn myself 10 points and turn this off, because these suck. But on the upside, over a year of killing them, we are going to get heaps of the resources, which is going to be absolutely awesome for building these super weapons and armor. I think that's giant, right? Let's pick it and see. It is! First giant crop, chat. Let's go. Let's go. There it is, chat. 396 kgs. And looking gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Giant Crop City, chat. It's Giant Crop City. We got giant eggplants. We got giant garlic. And soon, giant onions. Let me just double check that's still looking good. That is not looking good! We need more long ones. It needs another super growth formula. That's why you be checking, chat. That is why you be checking. That is how you start a farming session, chat. We've only been playing for 40 minutes, and we already have 4 giant crops. This is insane. That's why you can, like, combo them. Eggplant is 402! Nice. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, I gotta try and think of ways to incorporate these as base displays, but I'll be honest, I can't think of any. Yeah, I think I missed one stage on the onion. 432! New record, chat! New record! Oh, I like the look of that one, too. The little, like, tuft of hair on the top is really nice. 4 giant crops, chat. Fantastic start. Fantastic start. Oh! 471! New record! New record! We gotta see if we can get to 500 on one of them. Yeah, as you could probably guess from 4 giant crops in 40 minutes, it didn't end up taking us a full year to get all giant crops. I was under the impression that there was a crop that specifically liked 1 season each, so it's like you had to go a full year, but that is not the case. Almost all crops like multiple different seasons, so it's actually a lot easier than I thought to do this. Also, if you're more astute of a farmer, you can combine crops and not have to fertilize them, but I just did one of each type and manually fertilized as I went, because it's just easier to figure out. So we ended up spending our summer, which we had completely free, hunting down Toadstool, which, let me tell you, was an absolute treat. That boss is so much fun. If it wasn't for Celestial Champion, that would be my favorite boss fight in the entire game. It was until they were added. Oh, listen to that sound effect, chat. Just take a moment to listen with me. That's a beautiful sound. That is a beautiful sound right there. Yeah, something I had genuinely completely forgotten about, as it was added after the initial release of the Celestial Portals, is Crystal Rains. The same thing happens in the cave. I think it's Acid Rain. The Crystal Rain will cover everything, literally everything, varying a little bit depending on how long it rains for, in these like crystal fragments. And you can mine them to get moon glass, or there's like a 1 in 3 chance of getting infused moon glass. During this, it'll also kill birds and turn them into lunar birds, and if you catch one, you can feed it infused moonglass to get another special resource. Why are they so flammable? And it's a full moon tonight, oh my fucking god. Yeah, whatever dev decided to add flame hounds, I hate you so much. I've had to do so many rollbacks, and in original Don't Starve lost so many bases to a rogue flame hound just burning it to the ground, but oh well, it's in the game. Not much I can do about it now. So, we finally got our 3 figs back to the main base, got those planted out in the 3 corners, and they should cover most of the base for summer. And it cannot reach you on the boat. It actually can't reach you on the boat. And then we place it like where's a good spot? Like there? It's working! It's working! Huge thank you to King Ditto from my Twitch chat, who seen me struggling with the evil lunar plants and said, you know they can't reach a Houndius Shootius on a boat, right? Oh my god. This is a game changer. This thing can just AFK farm them for us, which is amazing. If they ever target anything more in the middle of our base, it can't reach them, but for now, this is an absolute lifesaver. And now it's time for the second round of planting with some peppers, some potatoes, some tomatoes, and some pumpkins. Tomatoes? They're actually not called tomatoes, they're called tomas for some reason. Tomas? What are they trying to be, that fucking plant from The Simpsons that's like also tobacco as well as a tomato? It tastes like grandma! What are you talking about? Oh my god, it does taste like grandma! Hopefully I can do it from the shore. Boom, 1 fertilized. Can I reach this? I can reach this, that's huge. Nice, nice. Aha! Aha! We actually watched it grow! Cool. Boom! Alright, all fig trees fertilized, finally. Finally, we got the growth cycle now, Chad. We got the growth cycle. But for real though, suspend your disbelief for a second while I replant my tree farm. How do fig trees grow in the wild and don't starve together? Like, I get every other kind of tree, but fig trees can't grow without Glommer's goop. And Glommer can't exist in the statue without you. Like, shouldn't there be wild Glommers living in the fig forests in order to make them grow? Like how do they grow in the wild if it's a requirement to have Glommer's goop? That's something that I've always, like, not gotten. And it always also makes it hella annoying to grow fig trees in the early game. Because, like, in your first year, even if you get Glommer right away, you have to wait for the Glommer's goop, which is a huge pain in the ass. Devs, please, some reasoning here, or some more Glommer spawns or something. Oh! Oh! The giant crops are here! See how heavy it is? 376, respectable, respectable. Oh, new record, 557! That's a big crop, chat. Holy shit, that's a big crop. And giant pumpkins, which are carvable, so maybe I should keep some for when Halloween comes around? We probably should do that, right, chat? We probably should do that. Alright. 359. 425. Now, I did attempt to keep all of the giant pumpkins, but I only actually had 4 beeswax left after making all those bundling wraps, so I guess 4 pumpkins is as many as we're going to have for Halloween. We'll just make 4 cool carved pumpkins, I guess. I've never actually tried it. I don't even know if it works on carved pumpkins, but I guess we'll find out when Halloween rolls around. And with the first rain before spring, it's time for my final planting. And this one I especially saved to be carrots. Now, you might be wondering, why carrots? Well, I knew there was going to be 9 plants that I needed to plant out, so 1 would be the odd one out. Now, it is true that peppers would be the best for making spicy peppers, but I'm going to sort that out later. And the reason I chose carrots to be last, and as you can see, we're doing them over more than one farm plot, is because we need carrots to make more bunnyman hutches. It was actually quite an opportune time for us to lose the bunnyman hutches when we did, because we just happened to be farming next, so getting carrots isn't too much of a problem. If you have to go out of your way to get carrots, it's a nightmare. And with some spare time while the carrots were growing, we finally finished off our first build in the rebuild section of my base, remaking the grass gecko farm. AFK grass? Don't mind if I do. So I fed it 1. What about another 2? Aha! 3 is the magic number, chat. 3 is the magic number. Yeah, by pure coincidence, I caught a lunar bird while trying to catch a normal bird. And as you can see, if we feed it 3 infused moon shards, we can get a pure brilliance, which is great. You think we could farm up like infinite of these, but you can only do it once per bird. So unless we want to make a humongous bird farm, this is pretty inefficient. Hella cool though. It's a nice little detail they added. Now, you think you've seen bad RNG and Don't Starve together? You haven't seen nothing. We recently had a full moon, so all of our pigs were dead. And then I got a surprise hound wave. So I decided to quickly teleport away and teleport back, but I couldn't because my teleport was still on cooldown. So we decided to take the old Shoelace Express back home. We'll take a little row home. It's fine. It's winter. We'll get a little cold and it'll be all J, right? Well, that's what I thought until I heard this. And if I put a fire on, I'm going to catch my boat on fire. Am I about to get pirate raided? Bitch, not now! You know what? Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. This is my boat. This is my boat now, motherfuckers! This is a hostile takeover! The hostile takeover didn't work, chat. Sometimes I forget just how bad Wanderer is, chat. Sometimes I forget. Rolling back and trying that again. We got a weird alternative scenario where instead of hound spawning, we actually got bear just spawning. Oh, it is still spawning them! It is still spawning them. Okay, that's not quite 60, but we're going to destroy the ones we have, so that'll be a few. So we teleport home. We're going to time this to fucking perfection. We grab the fresh home teleport watch. We drop the Celestial Pastern teleport watch. And we grab the Lunar Island teleport watch. There he is! Back on the Lunar Island, my man! Bearja. Fantastic, chat. Okay, we've got him there, and we're home. Safe. Safe. Oh, there's my giant carrots! That is the giant one, right? I think that's the giant one. I can't tell if that's the giant one or the normal one. It is the giant one! It is the giant one, Chad. It doesn't look giant. 483, that's a big one. That's a big one. And as winter was starting, we had just enough time to finish off our second project, the kitchen. Now, when I'm cooking up my meaty stews, we can do them 10 at a time. Oh, that is going to be so satisfying. Kicking off winter, we're going to get the Bunnyman farm back up and running. Hopefully this one doesn't burn to the ground. Now, we don't need any spider resources now, as the first one already produced so much, but I'm sure at some point we'll be out, and it's always good to have more spider resources on the horizon. Like, you either have too much or too little with spider resources. I feel like there's no in between. And then I very slowly started working on filling out the Christmas section with bonus space from the docks, and got a couple of fig trees growing, as they're uninfected by the slow growth in winter. So as long as we get them in around the middle of winter, they should be fully grown before summer. Alright, there it is, Chad, there it is! Not bad! Not bad little bunnyman farm, if I don't say so myself. No more waiting for things to cook. Now, we cook it all at once, baby. We cook it all at once! Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm not using the tech where people on computer build super next to the ice boxes, that does not work on console. That is why. That is why. That is a computer-only thing. You can't have two tabs open at the same time on console. Boop, 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 boop. It's actually a little awkward that that one's so close to the bunnyman den. Can I pick that up without them getting mad? We can. We just gotta be a little careful. What is the seed? I don't know why the seed looks like that. That's outrageous. But that is asparagus. And if you're wondering why I'm planting it all the way over here, well, there's literally only one crop we need to do in winter. That's it. Literally only one crop, and then the rest of them in spring, and we are done. I suppose it makes sense. Like, what plant likes winter, right? And while those are growing, I burnt down the local forest to get enough coal in order to build a drying rack section. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm ever going to use these drying racks, but I feel like it brings the kitchen section together really nicely. And here is one of my least favorite mechanics in Don't Starve Together. So many games have this, and it sucks in every single one. Item priority. So, right here, right, I'm trying to place this drying rack in the corner, and it won't let me do it until I destroy more walls, but if I destroy more walls and then place the drying rack, I can then place walls where they already were. Games, why does this happen? Well, you just get this the fuck out of the game. This just sucks. And there it is, the only winter crop we're going to be doing, giant asparagus. Oh yeah. There it is, our 6th giant plant, and the only one from winter. We're officially halfway. I mean, that's our 8th. We're over halfway. 342 kgs. Actually, a kind of small one now. And really quickly, before we get to the chopping, you guys need to help me bring down the terror, the foul, the evil Christmas Varg. Yeah, if you're wondering how the hell this Christmas Varg spawned in, I thought the last one spawned in as an alternative hound during a hound wave, but it turns out those little gingerbread men that run away, there's like a 1 in 10 chance they turn into one of these. Oh, damn. Nice. Living the dream. Okay, they absolutely wrecked him. Good job, pigs. Good jobs. You're all getting a Christmas bonus. He's not going to turn into the Super Varg, is he? Oh my god, I think he is! Oh no! The fucking Christmas Varg can turn into the Super Varg? Are you shitting me right now? Oh no, chat. Oh no. Okay, we better get back on Warren. Shit's about to get crazy. Yeah, for those who didn't know, while the Celestial Portals are open, Bearger, Deerclops, and Vargs will have their souls infested by the lunar creatures and turn into super versions of their boss fight. Oh my god! Oh my god. I guess we're doing the Super Varg boss battle, chat. I cannot remember anything about this, but let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. Oh, no, 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 don't attack my super thing. Oh, he spawns normal bugs. Holy shit, does that burn? That does not burn. Okay, we're lucky, we're lucky. As long as he doesn't spawn any flame hounds, we should be fine. Oh, that flamethrower is brutal. Yeah, that's just annihilating everything. Wait, can he actually not reach the eyeball, or is he hitting it? Oh, he is hitting it. Oh god, how much damage is that thing for one? I don't even know. Yeah, the flamethrower is the only really dangerous part of this cat. Oh my god, we got him! Oh! We actually got him? Wait, what? Well, I guess that's the bonus boss battle of the day, chat. I did plan on doing a boss, like, after... Also, don't know why I'm getting Lunar Hounds. After we finish the giant crop, but I wasn't expecting it to be so soon after. I was expecting we might get, I don't know, more than 10 seconds. Look at that, chat, that's so cool. And with the advent of spring, it's time for a base upgrade that I've been meaning to do for a while. We are constantly running out of both twigs and grass, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the lunar twigs and place them where my grass is, and I'm going to move the sitting section to in front of the kitchen and turn that into the new grass section, which, let me tell you, was a much better choice. There is so much room for grass here. This is like more than 2 stacks worth. Fuck, I hope so. Maybe I shouldn't have planted these first. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but I decided to destroy the surrounding docks here so we could see the thick version of the tiles where the sticks are. And I gotta say, it looks really nice. I really like how this turned out, especially now the fig tree's grown. Also, since we had a little bit extra space, since we moved the drying racks and the crock pots, I was able to move the rest of the farm-based crafting things to the left and right side. Oh, look at all that grass. Is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? When we finally get around to completing the Nightmare questline, which is what I'm going to be focusing on for next episode, and get the Nightmare Scythe, we'll be able to harvest that like 15 at a time. It's going to be epic. Little right there. And then I'm thinking 2 chairs actually looks better, because if I have them facing outwards like this... Which ones? Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. And we need a vase for this table too. And to my great dismay, I came back to grow the next set of giant crops, only to find out that the friendly fruit fly had died. I don't know when it died, whether it was when we were fighting the Celestial Varg boss, or maybe it was one of the random evil plants, but it did eventually die, which really sucks. I was planning on, instead of using that, using a one-man band to fertilize the plants, but we didn't have any nightmare fuel. And then I was like, well, we got all these shells, I could use those. Back in the day, you could do exactly what I did here and put a shell in each corner. It would cover all of them. Now, the shells barely cover the ones touching the corner. So I could do this, but I'd need shells all across them, and that would make selecting them really annoying. So I just ended up talking to every plant every phase. And with that, it's already time for the final 4 crops we need for all giant crops. My personal favorite, dragon fruit, durian fruit, pomegranates, and watermelon. Now let's listen to those all together. Masterpiece, chat. Now, here we've got the first evil plants that couldn't be reached by the Houndius Shootius, so I decided to use some of the materials from them to craft the Lunar Staff, which is supposed to be, like, really good at destroying the plants. I used 100% of its durability, and it killed 1 of the 3. This is completely freaking useless. That actually had me shook. Okay, we got a giant durian, fantastic. Oh, giant pomegranate, awesome. What the hell are you going, Warren? Oh, I'm not carrying this thing. It's in my backpack. Whoops. Oh, I didn't check the weights. 589. I think that's a new record on the durian fruit. 413 on the pomegranate. And there is giant watermelon. Now, all we need is dragon fruit. Although, I'll be honest, I did fuck it up. I didn't fertilize the dragon fruit with enough poop, so we're going to have to do another harvest of those. Although, this does work into my secret plan. So, we've obviously been queuing a ridiculous amount of all the different fruits, which have been essentially useless. But what I'm going to do is going to make a whole bunch of dragon fruit pies. I'm going to do another dragon fruit harvest. And then get a whole bunch of pepper and make spicy dragon fruit pies. Oh, 566. Good number, good number. Now, I have constantly been in need of stone this entire playthrough. Even with all the stone fruit, it's just not enough. And a huge thank you to Evil Lady in my Twitch chat who had the idea, why not just bring some boulder bab trees up to the surface? I've had them all in the ruins this whole time, and I could have just had them in the surface to make things a million times easier. Well, I had to place them a bit higgledy-piggledy because the space is a little jank underneath the queen, but there they are. And there it is, giant dragon fruit for all giant crops. Woo! Oh, is that not just so satisfying? Is that not just so satisfying? At some point we need to get around to all giant fish, but for now, that's a good start. And now we've completed all the giant crops, we can focus on my next goal, bringing down Toadstool. But Toadstool is no piece of cake, so we're going to need to pull out all the stops. Not only are we going to be changing to Wolfgang for double damage, using the new Celestial Gear, which is super strong, but we're also going to be making up, look at this, nearly a stack of dragon fruit pies, which is super OP for healing, and we're going to be switching to Wily once we get some peppers to make them spicy, to give them bonus damage as well. Oh yeah. And with that, we are already into summer, so let's chuck a couple of emergency ice flingamatics down, as we know that 4 fig trees in the corner just doesn't cover the center, which is great. And I didn't plan on getting giant peppers here, but since summer's come around anyway, and peppers like autumn and summer, I mean, screw it, we might as well go for giant peppers, right? We get 2-for-1 specials on these bad boys. Nice. Oh, look at those peppers, chat. Sexy. And with all our seeds, we managed to get a respectable 37 peppers, which gets us very close to our 40 stack of dragon fruit pies. All we need now is Wily and a spice grinder. And boom. And then I think we literally just boot these in here. Use... Oh! I was wrong, chat. You do not get more flakes, you actually get less flakes. Ah, wow, that's a bummer. Warren, can you fucking get out of the way, please? So in the end, we only managed to get about half the dragon fruit pie spicy, but half is better than none, chat. We take those, and every single one of those we eat is going to be a huge damage increase. Now, one mob I've never actually seen before, it was added in a recent update, was the lunar vultures. They will circle you when you're pretty much anywhere out in the open on the mainland. Good thing we live on the Monkey Island. And if you kill a creature, instead of getting the meat, they will land and eat it. And if you get too close, they will do the Varg's flamethrower for massive damage. So, sure are glad we're not playing Wigford right now. Now it's time for the final preparations to fight Toadstool. Now, in order to craft the super celestial gear, we need the evil plant parts, but also we need these rift crystals that occasionally erupt out from random parts of the map, which are almost impossible to harvest with a normal pickaxe, but if you use a pickaxe from the ruins, you can harvest it at a reasonable speed. So we stacked up on these, made a whole bunch of repair kits. We've already got the dragon fruit pies for healing and damage. We've got everything we need to switch characters. But I did also make some axes, as one of the mechanics with Toadstool is he grows mush trees, and each mush tree that's alive gives him like 20% damage resistance, so it is essential we cut those down. So I also made some glass axes, which will hopefully help with that. Maximum mussies, and I guess for the start of the fight I'll just have a light source, but we'll probably switch that out later. Keep that in case we get too hot, but I don't think we will. Yeah, see, the lights come back on anyway. Armor and weapons are on. Alright, there he is, chat. Toadstool himself. Oh my god, I haven't eaten the spicy one. You eat the spicy one for the damage up. And with that, we have Wolfgang at max mightiness for double damage, a spicy dragon fruit pie for a 20% damage boost, and if this creature was lunar or nightmare aligned, we could do extra damage with the planar ability, but it's not, so we're gonna have to settle for a respectable 220% damage. Ooh, hell yeah. With that, he's definitely going down on the first try. No! We don't even get to know what HP he was on, chat. We don't even get to know what HP he was on. And we're in for round 2. Fight! That first one, chat, we're just warming up. Now we're going to absolutely fucking obliterate him. Having the right helmet on would be a good start. Yeah, I think my big mistake on the first time round was keeping all of my healing food on me, where Toadstool rots your food at like 4 times speed, even if you don't stand in the spore clouds. So that was a bad idea. This time we left him on the side in the backpack, so we're able to heal, which did help a lot. For those of you that have never fought this boss, I'll give you a quick breakdown. He never directly attacks you, which I feel like is a really fun mechanic. He will put spores on your head, which you have to run away because he'll create damage AoEs. He'll spew out mushrooms, it'll explode, dealing damage AoEs, and you have to not stand in the direct line of sight on them. And he will occasionally spawn mush trees, which have to be chopped down to deal damage to him. And I don't know what it is about this combination of things, but I just find this fight so much fun. Even though it's a grueling endurance test, I wasn't kidding, this fight's like half an hour long, even with double damage. It'd be like an hour without it. I find it so satisfying and fun. Now, I'd love to show you this fight in full, but it would be longer than the whole video, so enjoy 1 minute of it. I don't think he does, but that would suck if he did. I hate that jump attack so much. Dude, where is the gap where I can hit him? There just isn't one. Keep an eye on my armor, make sure it doesn't break. It's looking good. So 60. Oh my god, that one took so long to pop. Oh, I mistimed that real bad. Actually, a gap in that one. And it still fucking hit me somehow, okay? Alright, another tree. Oh, we got him! We got him! Yes! Yes! Oh, let's go, chat. Toadstool down! Whew! That's pretty sweaty. That's pretty sweaty even on normal. His hard mode, for reference, has more than double the health. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that. And as a reward, we get the absolutely gorgeous glow cap. This, if a light bulb is placed in it, will act as a lantern. And if a celestial crown shard or a festive light is placed in it, will give off light forever! That's right, our base section is just going to be lit forever now. That is amazing. Along with, of course, the gorgeous statue. And you also get a fun cap, which when worn halves the amount of hunger drain. But it's made from 6 mushrooms and it rots really fast. So unless you're like Wormwood and you're blooming, it's quite hard to get value out of them. Oh, look at that! Hell yeah. And with our last few days of summer, I decided to finally work on upgrading the Christmas section. I decided to do 4x4s of normal trees, 4x4s of birch trees, and 1 5-row of dead trees in the middle, with dead trees being the food decorations, normal trees getting the bauble decorations, and then the birch trees can have all of the fancy decorations, which I think turned out really well. It took me ages to figure this out because all the decorations are like oddly numbered when you collect all of them, which is frustrating, but I think the setup looks quite nice. And if you're wondering what we have here, this is the feast table. Those weird orbs we've been collecting from the Christmas Vargs and the Christmas gingerbread man can be made into feasts, which look amazing. They don't have much use. You can eat them for a tiny bit of hunger and more hunger if more people eat them, but other than that, it's just a cool display piece that we're going to have to work on completing. But unfortunately, that is all we have time for today, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you're an absolute legend. And make sure you tune in next week when we're going to be taking on the Nightmare questline and attempting to take down Fjordweaver. I'm very excited. There's going to be some really cool stuff. Some stuff I've never even tried as well. We're going to be able to upgrade Warren with a special set of like Nightmare Beefalo gear that gives him planar damage and a second life. I'm excited to try that out.